Welcome to chapter 2. And let me tell you, buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride. I'm going to make sure that my ADHD doesn't get ahead of me and I'm telling 7 stories at the same time because there's a lot of information that I'm going to put out here. I believe I was in the Yukon when I had talked about a couple of the businesses that I have. So I have home-based businesses that I kind of just let fall to the wayside for the last year because obviously I was traveling. I do farmers markets and like craft shows and stuff like that, but I haven't done it for a while. I took a year off, but in that time I wanted to try a new concept. So I still want to travel, I still want to see places, I still want to be in the woods. And so the concept was being a mobile makers market so that I can go, down Edmonton Way, go into BC and do farmers markets and craft shows. And that was always the end goal. On my way home from Newfoundland, I stopped in Edmonton and I picked myself up a 13-foot 1972 travel trailer that I'm going to make into my studio. But again, nothing that I plan or do turns out the way it's supposed to. I always like to get bumps in the road to just test my resolve to see if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So again, I bought this trailer, brought it back to Grand Prairie, in the hopes of I was going to demo the inside because I don't need any electrical. I don't need any plumbing because it's just going to be my studio where I'm making the orgonite, which we'll get into, where I'm going to be wild harvesting with potions and brews, which again we'll get into, and then another small endeavor that I've started because I don't have enough on my plate that I need to add more. And again, we'll get into that. So I brought this trailer home. I do have some footage of us tearing it apart. The GoPro stayed in there until it was safe for the GoPro not to be in there. So I don't have what it looks like now. But the hopes was that I was going to take out the majority of the windows because I just wanted like a straight siding on the side. Because I didn't really need the windows. It's not going to be a travel trailer anymore. It's just going to be my studio. So I did that. I started demoing. Tanner helped me get like the bigger things out, like the furnace and the water tank. He helped me get those out. But I pretty much took everything out right down to the bare bones. Like right now, it only has like the insulation and the small boards in it. And we should be having construction being done right now. But we got another, 15 inches of snow last night, which I'm done. I'm over the snow. It's the end of March. Come on, we're done with snow. The roof needs to be redone in the trailer and some of the siding. Again, because I've taken out, thankfully not all the windows, but I took some windows out. I wanted to take it to an RV place. So I took it down to Neil's RV in Grand Prairie, who I don't recommend, to get the siding done and just redo the siding. So I did all the grunt work, I did all the hard work, so they should be able to just put the siding up. And again, I wanted no inside construction because I want to tailor it to my needs because there's going to be some pegboards and there's going to be, like, it's not going to be conventional siding or the inside the way it was before because I want to modify it for my specific needs. So I got a hold of them and a week went by trying to get a quote. So finally I called and I said, how much is this going to be and when can we get it in? And I no word of a lie, I shit you not, I was quoted $17,000. That's a 17 with 3 zeros. Now, get in mind, all I wanted was siding put on the outside. The one side that would have had 3 windows, I was taking those windows out. So there's no even cutting. Like there's no cutting for them. It's just straight 17 grand. So I had some choice words for him, and needless to say, that's not getting done because, for crying out loud, I can buy a new one for 17 grand. So I am going to do it myself. Now, I'm in the same spot you are because am I crazy? Like, I got some power tools and I think I can build things, but no. The outside siding is not going to get done. Thankfully, I only took windows out of one side and not the main big wall. I didn't take the windows out of there. It's going to be just patch some of, patch it nicely, paint it, and the outside, we'll call it a day. The inside, on the other hand, there's some water damage. I was going to take you out and show you, but again, I'm not trudging through all this snow to get into the trailer, which is parked in the driveway beside Tink. And so, yeah, that's the roof is going to need some help. I've watched 5 or 6 YouTube videos, and it looks pretty simple, and so I'm going to attempt it myself. I'm going to see if the boys will give me a hand when I do the roof, because that looks like it's going to be the biggest job. I wanted to already have the construction done without the snow that we got last night. One of the businesses, home-based business I have, it's called Potions and Brews, and it's tinctures and medicine and teas. Again, back in 2017, I got my herbology course through the Wild Rose College of Herbal Medicine in Calgary, and I've been making medicines and things for my friends, and especially for the family. And last year, I really stepped it up a notch, and I got things like this. So this is Healing Hands, and it's eczema, those kind of thing. Mending Magic helps with bruising, things like that. Oil of Rosemary, Comforting Mama. I do have a pregnancy line because I did do an add-on to the course as well, and it was pregnancy and childbirth. Muscle Magic. Now this is amazing. I do sell these products. I'm not out there advertising it. I don't have a website. I don't have any of that stuff, because again, I knew that once I got back from my trip that I was going to gear up to this, and this is what this year is. So chapter 2 is going to be that kind of things. Like teas and tinctures and bath bombs and bath teas, just all over wellness stuff. So that's Potions and Brews. And then I also have my Organite. So this piece is filthy because it was in Tink, and I had to dig her out. But this is Organite, and it's a layering in resin of organic and non-organic materials with quartz and copper. So when you put quartz, you put pressure on quartz, it magnifies it. And what this does is it helps transmute the negative frequencies that we have. And everything is based in frequency in our world. Everything. Microwaves, radio waves, they're all in a band of frequencies. The cell towers, your cell phone, your Bluetooth, they're not good for you. It disrupts your own frequencies, and it's not good, which lead to all kinds of things. So our own body frequencies need to remain in the field that they're in, and that's what Organite does. It helps transmute those Wi-Fis, the Bluetooths, into something adjustable that your body can actually adapt to and not screw up your own frequency. Which is why I have so much Organite in Tink, because I have so much lithium batteries in there that I don't want to, fry my brain. So I do have quite a few pieces in the car. And again, that is another part of the studio that I want to incorporate into this mobile makers market. So I do have another girl, Carly. She does Candles by Carly, which I'm going to take her stuff on the road. So I have Potions and Brews. I have my Organite. I have the Wild by Stephanie, so that's going to be the outside dog clothing line, as well as the Nomad Nana merch, because again, being on the road, I can help promote the YouTube channel, Instagram, blah blah blah. So yeah, that is where I'm sitting right now. I should be, construction should have already been done, but it has been crazy. The weather that we've had this winter has been crazy. The minus 45, minus 46 is ridiculous. I can't get anything done when it's there. I thought, because we had some warming, I thought that I would be able to do at least start construction this week. And then Mother Nature decides to dump another chunk of snow on us. And I'm not getting out there and doing it when it's so cold and there's so much snow. So on top of all of the stuff that I've already got going on, I've added a tiny little extra. So I've started tattooing. I don't know what to say about that. Val's been trying to talk me into tattooing for quite a few years. And I think just as an homage to her, I am going to learn. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be out there doing sleeves and back pieces. And it's just going to add another element to my mobile makers market, because it's going to be Tink's tiny tattoos. So it's just going to be flash. Tiny little flash ones. Again, I would tattoo bigger pieces for my friends and family, but I'm not going to market myself as this, extravagant tattoo artist. I do have new ink, and let me tell you how weird it is to tattoo yourself, which I'm okay with. And I do have other canvases that have offered their skin as practice for me. So yeah, that's, again, like I don't have enough on my plate. I'm going to add tattooing on top of that. But it's something that I enjoy. I didn't think I was going to groove on it as much as I am, but I am enjoying it. And again, I get to tattoo myself, which is okay in my books. But yeah, that's what's going on lately. And I'm going to be, so we're still going to be on the road. We're still going to be in the woods. As soon as I can get out there, once the trailer's done, I'm hoping to get the trailer done by the end of April, because come May, I need to be out in the woods wild harvesting, because there's things that are out in the spring that I need to go and get that I can make my product. I do have a company in Ontario that I get a lot of my herbs from, but there is some things that I would actually like to wild harvest myself. And with that, I'm also going to be doing some teaching. So there's a couple people that have been interested in learning that aspect of what I do. And so I'm going to be teaching as well. And I'm going to be taking you guys along for that ride and journey. So we'll be out wild harvesting. We'll be making tinctures and doing salves in the studio, in the woods, because it's more balanced for me when I can actually do it in nature, where I am out in the woods harvesting, incorporating some of the native background that I come from into products that I can sell. I do have my merch line coming out. I've gotten away from vinyl, and I'm going through this process called DTF, which is, it's like this. So it's not vinyl, and it actually adheres right into the fabric. So we're not getting curling, we're not getting lifting with the vinyl, which I found that the vinyl is nice, but it's just for wear and tear. I like the DTF better. I do have a small capability of doing DTF myself, but I have found another lady in town that actually has the big, large DTF printers. She can do better colors for me. So I'm waiting to get the order that I put in to her back this week so that I can press them all, get pictures, and put them online. Because again, like I don't have enough to do. But those that know me know that my ADHD mind, with a little of the OCD and a little tism, has to be busy at all times. Here's my new tattoo studio for now, until we can get into the trailer. I've not moved into the house. This was my bedroom that I have at the kids' house, but I've taken my bed down. I've put up my table so that I can be tattooing down here. I have cases and boxes of things in the garage full of tumblers and t-shirts and cups and things ready to go to shows already. But I just need to tweak Potions and Brews a little bit more to get a little bit more product, because the product that I did have made, it does come with an expiry. So I've thrown a lot of that stuff out. A lot of the oils and stuff that I can keep for 3 or 4 years. So that's good. But I still need to get out there and get more product for this coming, because I'm pretty sure come fall, I should have enough Organite, Potion and Brews, kind of compacted into what I want, Wild by Stephanie, as well as the Outside Dog clothing line. I should have that into a spot where I can say, okay, I'm happy with this, and I can now get on the road and do what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm thinking coming fall, we're going to be doing that, and you're coming too. So yeah, that's where we are today. I am going to throw a little bit of the time lapses that I did when I was taking apart the inside of the trailer. And yeah, for you to enjoy. So I'm going forward, I can't guarantee that I'm going to have videos every week, because again, I have a lot on my plate right now. I'm not able to get out into the wilderness because again, the back roads are just crazy right now. And so I've been, again, stationary. Once we get the trailer done, I am going to move my cooking facilities into the trailer, or have a little spot. Like, I'm not going to live in the trailer. There's not going to be a bed. There's not going to be it'll have my desk, it'll have my editing footage. Of course, I can't go anywhere without my PlayStation because I'd be lost without being able to game. So things like that. I will still sleep in Tink. And so right now, Tink is mine and Kane's bedroom. He's really unhappy right now because we haven't been in the car. And so he's mad at me. So he's over in his bed having a fit. But yeah, that's where we're sitting right now. I really hope that I can keep you guys entertained and sticking with me. Like, again, I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to put out videos every week as much as I'd like to. It was nice to have the trip to start this channel off. But again, I had 8 terabytes of footage from my trip, and that footage is all done. I do have a few things that I can put together, and again, we're still waiting for the powwow video, which may never come out. I'm just saying that right now. But yeah, stick with us. It's going to be a hell of a ride, and it's going to be fun. So please enjoy the little montage of breaking down the old trailer, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.